diplomats, dignitaries, and our guests. Thank you to everyone for being part of Thai Global Summit. Some of whom are here today, and the rest will be joining us over the next 48 hours of action-packed content. We are super excited to see this tremendous response to this Entrepreneur Summit here in Hyderabad. You have come from a range of stages at diverse disciplines, at different firms, from geographies spanning over 16 hours of time zones. 48 chapters, cities are represented at this summit. Talk about being the global summit. So much variety of attendees, entrepreneurs and speakers, all at the Indus Entrepreneurs Summit. I always wondered why it's called a summit, and I've been reflecting on that a bit. In 1924, George Mallory was asked why he wanted to climb Everest. He famously replied, because it is there. Why do so many of Thai entrepreneurs take or make opportunities around the world? Because they are there. They are our summit climbers, galvanized by the stories of many others before them who have scaled great heights. And we will hear many such inspiring stories over the next couple of days. But no one climbs alone. There is an invisible supporting cast of supporters, emotionally and physically, provided much needed support, wisdom, and connections to others. You'll find all of that here. Thai is here to foster entrepreneurship, the networking, mentoring, support that startups need. Thai is a non-profit, but there is a payment too. It is a paid-forward organization. You may receive today and come back tomorrow to pay it forward. We encourage you to do so. This is the wheel of fuel. This is the wheel which is fueled by our karma. In fact, organizing this event is a microcosm of all that, as one of our charter members told me yesterday at our initiation party last night. While my co-chair, Punli, and I are here on stage, there are many, many volunteers who have toiled alongside their day jobs and family responsibilities to bring us to this moment. Thank you, everyone. Especially without Vamsi, Manasi, Bhargav, and Narendra of Thai Hyderabad Secretariat, we could not have done this. The next 48 hours are really like Everest Base Camp, bonding over stories and lessons learned, some the hard way. It's about meeting, igniting thousands of conversations, about learning and teaching, about giving and taking. Finally, summits are physical places that cue the possible heights of achievement. By definition, today, Hyderabad is a summit. Many of you know that Hyderabad is good biryani. Scratch that. The best food, period. Please enjoy the Hyderabadi food. But it has a lot more. A fertile ground enriched by the efforts of a modern and forward-looking government machinery. Thai Hyderabad is a vibrant chapter with 160 plus charter members. Many of them, or maybe all of them, are here, and over 300 associate members. Thai Hyderabad has been executing various programs to foster entrepreneurship and pioneered some of the very impactful programs such as Open Mic, Thai Grad, Thai Young Entrepreneurs, Entrepreneurial Development Programs, Thai Women, Thai Cohorts, and many more. All this is in collaboration with incubators, innovation hubs, accelerators, including T-Hub, CIE, ISB, CCMB, and many, many more. Over 50 organizations we are working with at Thai Hyderabad. Our goal is to build a local ecosystem. We cannot do this alone. TGS 2022 is also not possible without all of our sponsors. From the Telangana government, Greenco Group, Dr. Kiran C. Patel and his foundation, B Founder Circle, an angel network, Brightcom Group, T-Hub, Westbridge Capital, Mass Mutual, My Home Group, Woods, Chirate Ventures, KPMG, EY, Kalari Capital, KDM, JLL, Qualcomm, Archesium, Voxen University, and the rest of our 22 valuable sponsors. We thank each one of them for making this a reality. Thanks to our outreach partners from NASSCOM to Startup India to HICC to ISP. In addition, big thanks to Sri Arvind Kumar, IAS, Special Chief Secretary, Municipal Administration and Urban Development for his support in promoting TIE Global Summit 2022. Murli and I, as co-chairs, have put together a fantastic set of events. From great content, knowledge to networking events. Look forward to everyone's active participation. I thank Murli for his commitment and inspirational leadership to TIE Hyderabad and the global ecosystem. With that, welcome again, everyone. Welcome to Telangana, welcome to Hyderabad, welcome to the TIE Global Summit. Look forward to interacting with all of you. Please reach out to us for anything that you need. We're here to kind of make this a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request co-chair Mr. Murli Bokkapatnam to address the gathering.
Swagatam, Antahprerana Sarvabhauma, Swagatam, Suswagatam. It is a great pleasure for us, the members of TIE Hyderabad, the Working Committee of TIE Global Summit, the Board of Trustees of TIE Global, together with the Government of Telangana, to host the 7th TIE Global Summit in Hyderabad. Seriously, I hope you all had the fantastic coffee and tea, the high tea which was served just before this, because I am intending to give a little longer speech than what I normally do. It is not that it is such a common thing for me in my life that my brother KT Ramarao listens to me while I'm speaking in front of my wife and my son. Anna, thank you, so you do have to bear with me. But first and foremost, I want to express my sincere gratitude for making this TIE Global Summit happen in Hyderabad. I remember in 2017, when we had Global Entrepreneurship Summit in this great city of Hyderabad, about 8 or 9 of our Global Board of Trustees had a luncheon meeting with our Honorable Minister KT Ramarao Garu at ITC Kakatiya. The only one thing which he asked me is, Murli, you speak about TIE, you speak about having 60 chapters, you speak about having 19 countries. When can I see your TIE Global Summit in this city of Hyderabad? And that is when I promised, Anna, it will be in next few years, you will see this TIE Global Summit. And right then and there, he had instructed to our dear Principal Secretary, to Jayesh Ranjan Garu, to extend whatever the support which TIE Global needs to ensure the TIE Global Summit happens here in Hyderabad. I do want to thank immediate past chairman of Global Board of Trustees, Praveen Thailam, for considering the TIE Hyderabad proposal of hosting. And I do want to thank our past president, Suresh Reddy, to putting that proposal and bringing the TIE Global Summit to Hyderabad. It is not easy to pull such a mammoth summit in such a city where it is not a Bangalore, where it is not Delhi, where it is not Bombay. But we are convinced that under the dynamic leadership of KT Ramarao Garu, that Hyderabad is no less. Anna, the witness of this people today, the audience, shows to you that the TIE Global is willing to travel the distance which you want us to travel. Today, for the very first time in the history of TIE Global, we have 48 chapters represented here in Hyderabad. We have more than 700 charter members who have registered. So my appeal to the fellow entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship is not easy, but make sure that next 2.5 days, you're going to meet some rockstar entrepreneurs from all over the world, the thought leaders, the researchers who have walked this path before, and make sure that you have a coffee with them. We have put together one of the largest TIE mentoring lounges which we call as a Thai Nurture Launch. Thanks to my friend Kiran, we have put a 4,000 square feet space where at a point of time 100 charter members can network and get the networking going with these 700 charter members who have traveled to Hyderabad. Why do we become entrepreneurs? The question fascinates me. Why do we let ourselves be drawn by this enchantress who tempts us, beguiles us, captivates us? All excuses that coverage into one and one reason only, that we want to leave a footprint behind, and leaving a footprint behind, we are seeking immortality. In the past, we used to seek immortality through our sons. And I say it because my son is here. The Sanskrit word putra, which means son, the Sanskrit word putra, which means son, comes from the word put, which means hell. So the putra means one who relieves us from that sin. But that is by seeking the immortality. The times and dimes have changed. Now we seek immortality by becoming entrepreneurs. To a big round of applause to all the entrepreneurs who are seeking the immortality. We are that entrepreneurs who are inspired from within, magical thinkers we are. Last but not the least, I want to leave you all with this. Utsaham, sahasam, dhairyam, buddhi, shakti, parakrama, shadyate yatra tisyanti tatra devopi tisthati. Enthusiasm, adventurous spirit, courage, intelligence, energy and boldness, wherever these qualities are prevalent, God is sure to be present there. I can assure you that all these qualities are present in my city and the city of Hyderabad. Please come be the entrepreneur in this Hyderabad. I welcome you all to the Thai Global Summit 2022. Have a rocking time for the next 48 hours. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the fiery address. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request the Thai Global Chairman, Mr. B.J. Arun, to please address the gathering.
Good evening and welcome to everybody. It's my absolute privilege to actually be a part of Thai Global Summit in wonderful Hyderabad. We have heard so much about the entrepreneurial zeal of Hyderabad, led by Honorable KTR Garu, and we are experiencing this firsthand. So I've been a part of Thai now for 30 years, and Thai is a 30-year-old organization. My home chapter is the Thai Silicon Valley chapter. And 30 years ago, there was still very much a glass ceiling in the US. And so a handful of people, had broken through this glass ceiling. And one of them actually is here. Kanwal Rekhi is the founder of Thai. And once they had broken through this glass ceiling, they said, okay, how do we help our fellow entrepreneurs? What can we do for them? So either they could sort of write checks and do charity, but instead they said, you know what? Let's teach other people, other entrepreneurs, how to create value. So Thai was founded on the premise that, creating value or creating wealth through informed entrepreneurship is a noble endeavor. So over the last 30 years, my predecessors have already talked about how we are now in 14 countries with 57 chapters. We recently had KPMG do a study on the impact Thai has had. And we have actually computed that over $1 trillion of value has been created by the Thai network. That's a significant number. $1 trillion is, about a third of India's GDP. And so that's what one organization has founded and helped create. And so moving forward, I think, we have fairly audacious goals. Where do we go now after 3 decades of having done this? And, we actually are dreaming so big that we want to help create 1,000 startups, 1 million startups. And so we've already maybe impacted 25, 50,000 startups, but we want to aspire for 1 million startups by the end of this decade. And for India particularly, I think by 2047, which is the 100th anniversary of our independence, we'd like to try and aspire for a really audacious number, like 10 million startups. And I think, it's definitely possible. Right now is a very, very fertile environment for entrepreneurship in India, and we're super excited, and we'd love to support fellow entrepreneurs, kind of down this journey. So with that, I'm actually not going to speak too much today because we have some wonderful speakers we are waiting. We'd like to hear from the Honorable, Minister as well as Mr. Shantanu Narayan. So I think I'd like to kind of cede the rest of my time to have these amazing speakers go next. Thank you, and welcome again.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request a guest of honor, Mr. Shantanu Narayan, CEO Adobe Systems, to talk about the digital ecosystems.
I hope some of you still call me Manavadu in terms of having grown up here in Hyderabad. When BJ Arun asked me if I would come to Hyderabad for the Thai Global Summit, I immediately said yes, because nothing gives me greater pleasure than in coming back to the city where I grew up. And first and foremost, let me talk a little bit about Thai and the work that they do. It truly is amazing, as he said, the fact that they are created $1 trillion of wealth, the fact that they're creating 1 million startups, I think just reflects their passion to give back to the community. These are individuals who are all incredibly successful in their right, and I think the fact that they have this passion to give back to the community is truly amazing. So thank you, Thai, for having me here today. I think the spirit of ignite, the spirit of nurture, and the spirit of grow is something, having grown up here and having gone to school here, used to all talk about digital literacy being the thing that was important, but now the fact that when you have a brilliant idea, that you can have access to capital, you can have access to talent, I think that just speaks so much to the opportunity that exists here in Hyderabad and frankly in India. Having been to the States right now, I would have said that if I was growing up right now, there is no way that I would leave Hyderabad to go to the States, because it feels like what my friend, and maybe I can call you my friend, KTR Garu, and what Jayesh Ranjan have done is created this incredible, vibrant environment here in Hyderabad. It was, I think, just a few years ago when they both invited me to come and see T-Hub, and to be able to see that the entrepreneurial spirit, they wanted to make sure that Hyderabad was the place where people could come with an idea, access to capital, and create these amazing companies. And he was just telling me about we finally are putting things in space as it relates to these companies. And I really believe right now, when you think about what's happening with digital, that the confluence of where technology is, where medicine is, where education is, and where technology is, there's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur. So for all of you here in the audience who are entrepreneurs, it's amazing. Don't ever take the status quo as an answer not to pursue your dreams. And again, such a privilege to be back in Hyderabad, and such a privilege to be here on stage with these folks. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. It is indeed a privilege for us also to have you here on this stage. Ladies and gentlemen, before I invite our chief guest to address the gathering, let's have a look at the AV of the city that we have been talking so much about.
Manavadu. Thank you, Manavadu Shantanu. I think he deserves a big round of applause for all the things that he's been doing, for making us all proud, on a global stage. Thank you, Shantanu. Thank you, Arun. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you, for choosing Hyderabad. Of course, to Suresh, to Murali, for persevering through everything that you had to go through to ensure that this event becomes a huge success. My compliments on bringing in more than 48 chapters of tie to this beautiful city of Hyderabad. To my Principal Secretary, Jayesh Ranjan, to all the distinguished, gathering here. I see a lot of friends, I see a lot of diplomats, including Jennifer. I mean, lots and lots of people who we have met over the last few years. Thank you very much for coming all the way to Hyderabad. Before I, speak about the event itself, let me quickly add, Murali, your speech was nice, by the way. And I'm sure your son and your wife were truly impressed, but you have to start writing speeches for me. Thank you. Because all the Telugu that you threw in, all the Sanskrit, all the sayings, brilliantly done, brilliantly packaged. Before I say anything about the event, let me quickly add. Now, the new state of Telangana, we are the youngest state in India. In fact, the state of Telangana was founded in 2014 on the 2nd of June. It's been 8.5 years. And as was pointed out in the AV, the state of Telangana has been doing some truly amazing things. Our per capita income has risen by almost 130%. Our gross state domestic product, the GSDP, has also risen by almost 130%. Our IT exports have risen by 250%, and our agriculture activity has expanded by 119%. Our green cover, our forest area, has also increased from 24% to 31.7% of the geographical area. Our contribution to India's GDP, in terms of numbers, just to give you and just to put things in perspective, if I have to sum up Telangana's story in a nutshell. Geographically, we are the 11th largest state in India. Population-wise, we are the 12th largest state in India. But in terms of contribution to India's economy, India's GDP, we are the 4th largest state in India. We are only 2.5% of India's population, but our contribution to India's GDP is 5%. So this is literally like a 50-kilo boxer punching in a 100-kilo category. That's what we do. We punch double our weight. That's what Telangana is for you. I call my state the most successful startup of independent India. The last 75 years after India's independence, there are several things that have been done in Telangana, which unfortunately have not happened anywhere else in India. I don't know, for those of you who are from various parts of the world, let me tell you, since we are just about coming out of the pandemic, let me tell you that 1/3 of human vaccines produced globally are made in Hyderabad, made in Telangana. 9 billion doses of vaccines are manufactured from Telangana. Come next year, this number is going to increase. In fact, the 9 billion doses number is going to go up to 14 billion doses. That will be about 50% of global vaccine production happening from one single province, one single city, that is Hyderabad. Let me also tell you that not only in life sciences, but even in technology, we have the who's who of the technology world all in Hyderabad. And not just in terms of their presence, but we have their second largest campuses anywhere in the world. In fact, most of the US technology companies, if you look at the top 5, top 10, or even top 20, almost all of their second largest bases are right here in the city of Hyderabad. You take any of them, Apple, Google, Meta, Microsoft. Our dear friend Satya heads Microsoft. You know, he's also gone to the same school as Shantanu, the Hyderabad public school. And also Uber, Salesforce, Micron, Qualcomm, ServiceNow, who you have introduced to us. All of their second largest campuses in the world are in this beautiful city of Hyderabad. I think you see where I'm going with this, right? Adobe only has 100 people, so therefore I'm pitching to Shantanu that he should also make Hyderabad. And I should be adding Adobe's name every time I speak, every time I pitch to any investor across the world. I want to tell them that my dear friend Shantanu also chose Hyderabad for his second largest campus. And I know you're going to Bangalore day after tomorrow. Let me also tell you, it's not going to be a breeze walking in and out of Bangalore just the way it is in Hyderabad. You will see it yourself, you will experience it yourself. And in case you need a chopper to ferry you from the airport to wherever you're going, I can send you one from Telangana government. But let me also, I don't want to trash Bangalore too much. I'm sure there are Bangaloreans here. I saw Vani Kola somewhere. Vani, you should move to Hyderabad, wherever you are. I think you should move to Hyderabad very, very soon, along with Kalari Capital's team, lock, stock and barrel. But, jokes apart, given the volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous world we all live in, innovation is a critical means by which countries, cities, states can create and sustain competitive advantage and drive inclusive growth. Entrepreneurs create economic value and need to be motivated, cultivated and nurtured to the greatest degree. My friend Murali called entrepreneurship an enchantress, and that too right in front of your wife. I don't know how well that went, but I'll leave that for later. Webster's dictionary defines an ecosystem as a complex of a community of organisms and its environment functioning as an ecological unit. An innovation ecosystem is a term used to describe the various players, stakeholders, and community members that are critical for innovation. TIE, as an initiative, has been a brilliant success story since its inception in 1992, about 30 years ago. And it is truly a model in creating a nurturing ecosystem for entrepreneurs across the world. So my compliments to the entire team of TIE for this brilliant journey over the last 30 years. I think you guys deserve A big round of applause. TAI has also played an active role in engaging with the Telangana government and also the Telangana innovation ecosystem, and their support has been critical in helping us with the primary objective of building the best-in-class advisory services and resources for our entrepreneurs, which may include but not limited to subject matter experts, mentorship, education, technology and product support, global expansion, business network, sources of financing, markets and media exposure, connections to venture capital and private equity investors, and the list goes on. We are, as I said, we like to believe and we take a lot of pride in this. We are a startup state. We work with the bent of mind of a startup. We're agile when it comes to progressive policies. We're agile when it comes to policy making. We take a lot of pride in building and in enabling an innovation ecosystem. T-Hub, T-Works, V-Hub, TSIC, Rich, Task, NCAM, Emerging Technologies, and Image. All of these are various entities created by the government of Telangana over the last 8 years in terms of ensuring that our youngsters, that our young innovators and young entrepreneurs have a platform to chase their dreams. As Shantanu put it, this is a time, I think, unlike any other, where a youngster can, without even thinking twice, without having to go to the Bay Area or without having to catch a flight, can pursue their dreams to the fullest by being in Hyderabad, by being in India. With T-Hub, in the last 5 years, it has been a brilliant journey. I was just explaining to Shantanu. The first rocket launched by a private space tech company from India was launched on the 18th of November. It was aptly named after Vikram Sarabhai. And fortunately for us, and it's a matter of great pride for us, that company was incubated, the space tech company was incubated at T-Hub. It is called Skyroot, and they were able to put the rocket into the space in their very first attempt. Even Elon Musk had to try twice, but I think our guys had pulled it off in the very first attempt, and I'm very proud of it. Likewise, there's another bunch of youngsters here somewhere. They represent a company called Dhruva Space, and they're the first Indian space tech company to have put 3 nanosatellites, they're somewhere here in the audience, 3 nanosatellites into the orbit, exactly 4 days after the first space tech company from Hyderabad sent its first rocket. And this again is a Hyderabad company, this again is a T-Hub company, and super proud of that as well. Today, it's an honor to host the TGS 22 in Hyderabad, and it's a testimony to the power of entrepreneurship, and we take great pride in welcoming all the dignitaries, the delegates, speakers, and guests at the event. As per the Startup Genome Report, Telangana today stands among the top 10 cities in the global ecosystem in affordable talent. We also stand among top 15 in the Asian ecosystem for funding. We also stand in the top 15 in the global ecosystem in the bang for buck category. DPIIT, Government of India, has recognized Telangana as a top performer for developing a strong startup ecosystem in the state. Telangana has also ranked 4th for performance in India Innovation Index report released by the Niti Aayog. Today, Paul Graham, the founder of Y Combinator, America's leading technology startup accelerator, said something about startups that resonated with me. Make something that people want. This is exactly what our Honorable Chief Minister reminds us on a day-to-day basis. Whenever I go and talk to him about technology, whenever I tell him about something new that has really broken through, he has one simple question. He says, does it have a positive societal impact? How will it change the life of a common man in India? He believes very firmly that technology which does not have a positive societal impact is futile. Technology that does not solve real-world problems is merely fancy and is of no use and no appeal. Today, we have more than 6,500 plus startups in Telangana across 50 plus sectors. As I mentioned, India's first space startup in the private sector, Skyroot, was incubated in T-Hub. Darwin Box became a unicorn earlier this year. KK, an HR tech firm, secured India's largest Series A SaaS funding with a 57 million raise. Telangana, of course, will continue to support entities as TIE through our policies, programs, and ecosystem enablers such as T-Hub and other entities. Just like a dandelion, we aim to spread the impact of Indian entrepreneurs across the globe, and I wish that dream, that audacious goal that was mentioned of creating 1 million startups and impacting trillions of dollars of wealth across the world. All the very best. Wishing the entire team of TIE and all the attendees in this beautiful city of Hyderabad all the very best over the next 48 hours. Thank you very much. Jai Telangana. Jai Hind.